My name is Harry, and I talk about why I'm not so hairy. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today we are in my bathroom again because this is a get ready with me while I tell you guys a lot of the things that I was scared of when I first stopped wearing a wig. Okay, so just to start, when I first was ever like thinking about not wearing a wig, I was very, 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 very scared. But I'm also kind of the type of person where if I'm scared to do something, I'm probably still going to do it, even if it's like good or bad sometimes. So, yeah, I still was like, even though I'm scared, I know it's something that I'm still going to do. So, we can go ahead and just jump right in. So, one of the very first things that I was scared of was that I would not look good without hair because I never really saw myself without hair. So I honestly didn't know what I was really going to look like. Of course, I've always been bald for like 10 years now, but before, since I didn't really acknowledge my alopecia, I wouldn't really look at myself in the mirror when I had alopecia. I didn't really like to see how I looked bald and I didn't want to see it. So I really didn't know how I was going to look. We've upgraded our concealer now. But anyways, so whenever I was like, okay, in a week I'm gonna like stop wearing a wig to practice that by myself, I would just when I would not wear a wig in the house, I would look at myself more in the mirror and just like tell myself really good things about myself so that I would get comfortable with how I looked not wearing a wig. And so fast forward to now, now I'm super comfortable like being bald and everything. Of course, compliments from other people help as well, but I know deep in my heart and on my own that I'm beautiful with and without hair. So that's no longer a thing that I am afraid of. So the second thing that I was afraid of was the comments and stares that I thought that I was going to get when I took my wig off. I felt like all eyes were going to be on me. I mean, everybody is their own main character in their lives, right? So that's how I felt. I just felt like everybody was going to be staring at me. I was going to get crazy, like hate comments and just like hear a lot of really negative things about me from other people. But again, if we fast forward to today, that could literally like not be more of the opposite. I honestly don't think anyone said anything mean about it to my face at all. If anything, I get a lot of compliments, which is super, super nice. Just like, especially in the gym, a lot of people come up to me. It's mostly when I'm alone. If I'm in like a group or with like someone else, people don't usually come up to me. But when I'm alone, a lot of people come up to me and compliment me and ask me questions and I can like educate them on alopecia. So it honestly feels really good to be like a walking like alopecia advocate and alopecia awareness person. So that's honestly one of my favorite things about like not wearing a wig anymore. Um, so that is also something that I don't fear anymore. The third thing that I was afraid of whenever I stopped wearing wigs was that no boys would find me attractive. And like this probably doesn't seem like something that I should have been thinking about, but it was something that was like heavily on my mind, mostly because like it's something I feel that my mom talks about a lot and things like that. So it's something that I really was starting to become kind of afraid of. This also could not have been farther from the truth. To be quite honest, I don't think that I got this much attention, especially like from guys and from anybody, when I did wear a wig to now. Like, honestly, I get more attention now. That's all I'm going to say. So, I just say this to say, for especially all of those other women out there who this is something that they're afraid of, don't be. I think it's honestly really cool. Like the guys that do give me attention now, it's really cool because I can kind of weed them out from other guys because I know that they're not stuck on something so superficial as physical appearance. Not to say this isn't beautiful, but they're not stuck on, oh, she doesn't have hair. I'm not gonna, try and talk to her and get to know her. So I think that honestly, it's even better because it weeds out all the guys who would be like stuck on something like that. So it's pretty cool. And then also on this subject, really quickly, I've had a lot of guys tell me, oh, I came to talk to you because you look unique and because you look different. So it really does make you stand out. Another fear that I had was that the people that like already knew me with like hair or like wearing a wig would like judge me or think that I look weird or think that I am weird not having hair now. And this is another thing that has proven to be wrong. So I think the perfect example, and I think I've talked about this a little bit in another one of my videos, is at work. So at work, I was terrified because I talk to these people every day. I work from home, so I'm always on Zoom, on video, and so people see me every day. And I was like, how am I going to show up last week having full head of hair and then this week like having no hair? How am I going to navigate that? But I have an extremely supportive manager and team, and I'm just surrounded by a lot of support. So when you have support, it definitely helps, and they can kind of help you like navigate it. It's not something that I necessarily just had to figure out on my own. My manager helped me come up with how I would tell the rest of my team, and she was there backing me up through it all. If anyone would have ever said anything out of pocket to me, I know that she would have helped me handle that. So having support is like one of the biggest things that can help you on this journey, or any like thing that you go through. Having support is like number one for sure. Another thing that I was afraid of is I was scared that people would think that I'm sick or like that something's wrong with me, that like I have cancer or anything else other than alopecia. And this is kind of not true. I'll explain. So, I have not gotten a lot of cancer comments. I don't think I think I've gotten one. I've gotten one comment where someone asked me if I had cancer, at least to my face. And other than that, the only comments I've gotten is, oh, I love your haircut. Oh, that's so cool that you cut your hair like that. It's so funny because a lot of people think that I cut my hair like this, which is very interesting to me. But it gives me the chance to, again, educate them on alopecia. So I love getting to talk to people about it. So yeah, maybe it's because I do, if you look closely, I do have like small hairs on my head. So maybe that's why people, and I have like eyelashes you can see, and like my eyebrows are done. So maybe that's why people think that I just like cut my hair. Um, but I don't get any comments like asking if I'm sick, really, or anything like that. And that's what I was mostly afraid of because I know cancer is its own like battle, and I just don't want people to think that like I had cancer. I don't know. I just didn't feel good about that for some reason. So, but yeah, that's hasn't really been that big of a fear much these days either. I also would like to say that I think that when people are like, oh, you have cancer, whatever, any comments like that, they're just assuming. And I cannot control what people assume about me. I just can't control it. So I've also realized that, and that's also helped me, make that be not a fear anymore. Um, because yeah, it's just something that I can't control, and I can't help if people assume. And I've always been told that when you assume, fill in the blank, you know what happens when you assume. So that's not my fault if people assume things about me that are not true. And the last fear that I had for some reason was that I thought that I wasn't going to look like a girl. I was very, very afraid of this. I thought that not having hair would automatically make me look like a boy, and people were going to be calling me sir left and right. And that has not happened. Ever since I've stopped wearing a wig, I don't think I've been misgendered at all. Like, at least not to my face. People haven't called me like sir or like a boy or anything like that. And So this fear is no longer also because I know that I'm a girl. And again, with the assumptions, if people want to assume, that's on them. I can't control that. I know that I'm a girl. I know that I'm feminine. So I don't have to worry about that much anymore. But that's all I have for today's video. If you like this video, please like it, leave a comment in the comment section, and subscribe. Also, send this video to some people who you think might like it. I will see you guys next week. Bye.